a cop on the bridge. Yep, definitely a cop. What's up, guys? It's Blake with Y2K. I hope you're having an awesome day. It's a beautiful day here in sunny Florida. I wanted to talk to you guys today about the top 5 things I absolutely love about this 1992 Lamborghini Diablo. Like I said, this car is a dream come true to me in previous videos, and I'm just really excited to talk about these top 5 things so I can share the car even more with you guys. Number 1 has to be the styling. Marcello Gandini knocked it out of the park with this car. He designed a lot of supercars that we all know and love, and it's just, he really did a great job. The wedge design is simply amazing. This car is kind of different with the wedge in that it's narrow and then it goes really wide in the back. A lot of the wedge cars I remember, like the Countach and the Esprit and all that, were kind of like a square, you know, so it was kind of just the same width front to back. So that's something I really liked about this car and caught my eye when I was looking at posters at the book fair and reading Road Track. When I first saw this car, obviously didn't really see one in person at all. Was not in the days of Instagram and Facebook or YouTube. So that's the first thing that really struck me. All the vents and the gills and the big spoiler in the back and the raked windshield, all that just, I mean, this car just has a presence on the road like nothing else I've ever seen. And the styling is just so timeless that it's just gonna get better with age, and it really has already done that. Number 2, gotta be that 5.7 liter V12, guys. This engine has evolved from the Miura all the way up to the last of the Murcielagos, the LP640, and they only just made it better each and every time. It really is a masterpiece of an engine. 5.7 liter V12 pumping out almost 500 horsepower, 492 to be exact, and near that amount in torque. It's the first Lamborghini to ever break 200 miles an hour with a top speed of 202, 0 to 16 around 4.5, and a sound that you know, is almost unmatched in my opinion. If you played Need for Speed 1, then you really do remember this car. There was a black one just like this, and obviously it was the car I had to have, but that engine is just amazing, and it really sounds great now that I've straight piped it with the LOC exhaust. The original exhaust was like a suitcase, is what they call it. It weighs about 100 pounds. It's really heavy, and it makes the car really quiet. The induction noise is great, but the exhaust was a little too quiet, so I'm happy that I fixed that. It was really restricting the noise, and it sounds a lot better now. Yep, a lot better. So, as you can tell from that demonstration. Oh, an Aston Martin. I wish I could show it to you. Aston Martin Rapide right there. Number 3, gotta be the gated shifter. I mean, when you click this baby into gear, you feel like Rocky Balboa on Rocky 4 when he's driving that Yalpa, and they're playing No Easy Way Out, and you're clanking it through those gears. I mean, who doesn't want that? It just makes you feel more like a man. You know, whenever you put it into each gear, it gives you a nice little click. And unfortunately in this car, the gears are really long, so I don't get to hear the click as much, but you do hear it a lot. I will say Ferraris have a little bit better click, at least the 348 I drove. But it's just an amazing sound. It makes you feel like you're really doing something. You can't just put it into gear either. You got to kind of, a little bit of a slower shift. You have to kind of use the H pattern a little bit more. So the gated shifter is just something that is, to me, you know, if it's a supercar, it has to have a gated shifter, in my opinion. It's just the way they were intended. It's the way God intended it. So gated shifter got to be number 3 in my top 5 things I love. Okay, number 4, I think this one's going to be pretty obvious. The doors. When the doors go up, it just changes the car. And I'm not talking about when you put them on a car that didn't have them. You know, when they really were intended on a car to go up, it just changes the game for me. You know, it kind of reminds me of like a spaceship or something, but it just takes it from being a car and elevates it to like just crazy status for me. You know, when I was a kid and I saw that the doors went up, because every other car I'd seen, they just went out, I was like, this is the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, I have to have this car. You know, I saw it on the Countach first, and then I saw it on the Diablo, and I was like, this is just the craziest thing I've ever seen. And I've always really just preferred the big V12 Lamborghinis. I like the Huracan and the Gallardo and stuff like that, but I really only like the really big, heavy, kind of long V12 cars. And when I say heavy, yeah, they are heavy, but I just think there's just something so graceful and beautiful about it. It's almost like a GT car, but to me, that's a true Lamborghini with that 12-cylinder engine. The in and out isn't actually as bad as you would think. It's obviously harder than a car with the doors that just open normally, but the sill isn't very high on this car because a lot of the safety regulations and stuff weren't in place, I'm assuming, to where the sill has to be high. So you can actually get it out pretty easy. I had an i8, and that was really tough to get it out of because the carbon sill almost came up to my knee right here, and that was really tough. So that car made it a little more difficult, but overall this car with the doors going up is functional and it looks freaking amazing. Number 5, pop-up headlights, guys. Who doesn't like that? I mean, any car with pop-up headlights is automatically cooler than every other car, in my opinion. The late 90s Diablos, like 98.5 and up, had the flush mount Z32 headlights, so while I think that's a good looking car, it's not as good looking as this pop-up headlight car. When the headlights are down, the lines are beautiful, it doesn't interrupt them. When they're up, it just looks really cool because they're just kind of sticking up. You press the button, headlights go up, you get happy because you can see it out the windshield, you know the headlights are on, and everyone else is happy because they get to see it happen and they think it's freaking awesome. I really enjoy having the pop-up headlights. Any car with pop-ups, Miata, Testarossa, I mean, you name it, I think they're all really cool, and that's why I had to have a first gen Diablo. One of the reasons I had to have it, among it having to be rear-wheel drive, etc. No power steering, just the most basic one I could get. I'm actually being tailgated by an Audi A4 right now. This is what happens in this car. I just get tailgated everywhere. So anyways, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video today on Y2K. Once again, we're all about cars from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. It's what I love. It's what I grew up with. If you could do me a big favor today, hit that like button. Really let that YouTube algorithm go to work and spread the Y2K word across the world through YouTube. I would really, really appreciate that. I love taking you guys out in this 92 Diablo. It's something fun. I get to go drive the car, especially right now during these times. It's good to be able to get out and drive, guys. It really is. And to see the sun and everything that we take for granted. Also, if you could please subscribe, I would really, really appreciate it. Turn those notification alerts to all. I don't know why I did a thumbs up. But turn the notification alerts to all. We will get more and more content out for you guys with the Diablo and the other cars that I have, the M3, X5M, etc. So anyways, hope you enjoy the upload, and we'll see you guys on the next one.